Okay, here we go. Cramer's rule. So, the idea behind this is you need 3 determinants if you're doing a 2 by 2 and 4 determinants if you're doing a 3 by 3. So the determinants that you need, I like to call them just determinant, D for determinant. So that would be just our basic 2, -3, 5, 1. So that's the numbers from the coefficients right here, right? Then we have determinant x. And determinant x comes from taking our constants and replacing the x column of our matrix with those constants. So dx would be 4, -2. So I have the constants instead of the 2, 5. And then I still have that -3, 1 there. Then determinant y comes from replacing column y with the constants, but this time column x is going to stay what it was before. So somehow I changed my color. I don't know how to get that chart. It's fine though. Okay, so 2, 5, and then I'm replacing that column with 4, -2. So then I find those 3 determinants. So let's do this. So we have 2 times 1 minus 3 times -5. So that's going to be 17. Then I do 4 times 1 minus -2 times -3, so that's going to be -2. And then I have 2 times -2, which is -4, minus 4 times 5, which is 20. So that gives me a -26. These are really ugly numbers, and I don't necessarily like showing this process with such ugly numbers, but it's okay. Alright, I think I might have done this one wrong, did I? Let's see. -4 minus 20 is -24. Sorry, I combined those numbers incorrectly. Okay, there we go. So now, to find x, we take determinant x. They're using this other notation here. And I'm dividing by determinant d. So I take -2 divided by 17. Then to find y, I take determinant y and I divide by determinant d. So I'm taking -24 divided by -2. That answer is, I swear I did something wrong again. I'm trying to hurry because they're kicking us out of the school. And I asked if I could stay another hour to record these, and they told me no. So I'm just being rebellious and doing it anyway. Okay, so there we are, because I'm almost done. Got here early to do some, and then finishing up this last little bit. So there's our answer. Really ugly numbers, like I said, but hey, pretty easy to do. Imagine doing this with row operations, right? Crazy stuff. Okay, so this next page, I have a problem that I set up that you can just give it a try right now if you'd like. So here it is. I'm trying to cover up my information so you can get that down and then try it. And then pause your video and then come back and look at this again. Pause your video again so you can see what I've done here. So you can see I found, oh, I feel like I'm missing stuff. Let me go further. So you can see that I found determinant a, determinant a sub x, determinant a sub y, like the notation in the definition we just saw. And then we take a sub x, we divide by a. We take a sub y, we divide by a, and we get our x value and our y value. So pretty big ugly numbers. Instead of having to go through the whole elimination process or finding an inverse without a calculator or whatever, Cramer's rule is pretty slick. So I hope you gave that one a try, paused, and then looked at this result. Okay, one more. We can do this fast. If they get mad at me, they can get mad at me. Okay, here we go. So for this one, we're going to have D, which is, I like using D's for determinant. It doesn't really matter, right? So this right here, 1, -1, 1, 3. Make sure I'm putting that 0 in for the y value. So there's that one. And then eventually we're going to do d of x, which is where we're going to do -1, not d of x, but d sub x is how I would name that. I'm replacing the x column with the constants. So then I would still have the same y and z column that I have over here. So -1, 0, 1, 1, -4. And then we would have dy, which would be the same exact x and z columns. So 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, -4, but we're replacing the y's with the constants. So instead of the -3, -1, 0 that is normally our y column, I'm putting in the constants -1, 1, 0. And then dz would be the same x and y as this one. So 2, 1, 3, -3, -1, 0. And then we put our constants in for the z. So -1, 1, 0. So then x would be found by dividing dx divided by d, and y will be dy divided by d, and then z will be dz divided by d, right? So let's go ahead and find a couple of those. Remember, I'm going to repeat my first two columns. I'm doing this determinant the second way that I showed you just recently, so we get to see this again. So I repeat the first two columns, then I go diagonally this way. So this is determinant d, -6. Wait, did I multiply that right? -2 and -4, that's +8. I'm going to make mistakes because I'm hurrying. Okay, so then we have -9 and 0. And then I have -3 and 0 and 12. So that would be -1 minus 9. So that's a -10. Okay, then let's go ahead and find dx. So I'm going to put -1, 1, 0, -3, -1, 0, lots of zeros, so this should go pretty fast. So let's do a different color. -1 times -1 is +1 times -4 is -4, and then 0, 0, plus 0 plus 0, minus, go this direction, 0, 0, 0 plus 0, and then 12. So -4 minus 12 is -16. I keep hoping for pretty answers and I'm not getting them. Why would they make us have such ugly answers, right? Okay. Oh, guess what? I didn't read the instructions. This specifically says solve for z, and I was starting to solve for x. Well, we have x. We might as well finish it. So x is going to be -16 divided by -10, which would be 8/5. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take a risk and do part z, like it asks me to. Always read the instructions. I looked at my cheat sheet and was like, oh, oops. Okay, so 0, -9, 0, and 3, 0, 0. So that's -9 minus 3, which is -12. So then to find z, we do dz divided by d, so -12 divided by -10, and we get 6/5. Look how fast that was. Yeah, people really like cramer's rule. It's awesome. Okay, that is 6/6. That was easy.